What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? It's the Green Ape here, and E3 happened, and people announced things, Microsoft announced things, and I'm gonna tell you guys what they announced and what I think about what they announced, and just what I think about their overall conference. So firstly, they started off the conference with Halo 5. Halo 5 is, well, we knew it was coming, and it's alright. I don't actually have an Xbox, so I don't know much about Halo. But, yeah, it looked like a pretty good first-person shooter, and I may actually get an Xbox to try it out. But, yeah, they showed, like, gameplay of it. I think it was a random mission, and, yeah, the graphics are good. The shooting looks pretty nice. They also showed multiplayer. I think it's called Warzone, something like that. Anyway, yeah, they showed like a big multiplayer match, and yeah, that was only a trailer, wasn't actually gameplay of the multiplayer. But that also looked pretty good. It looked like Halo-y, if that's a word. I'm adding that to the dictionary. Halo-y, yes. So, then they showed this, I'm not even sure if it was an indie game, but it looked really good, called Recore. It's like this female character lost in the desert, and, like, she can bring out hearts of robots and put them in. I don't even know what it was. It was weird, but I really liked the art style, and, the story looks promising. It was no gameplay, it was just a trailer. I hope that's what the actual game looks like. I couldn't tell whether it was a CG trailer or not, because that was a brand new game, brand new IP. So yeah, but it looked good and it looked quite promising. So after that, they brought out this thing called the Xbox Elite controller. They advertised it as like the controller for competitive gamers, and yeah, it's basically an Xbox One controller, but like customizable, and like everything you can change stuff, and like they had a revamped D-pad, like a satellite dish type of analogy thing. I don't know. I'll put I'll put the link to the conference below so you can watch it for yourself. But yeah, if I can even find it on YouTube. But yeah, so they showed that off and it looked okay. I mean, it's good, like it's an option, so you like for like those hardcore gamers and stuff, yeah. But if people have like better accuracy, then won't that like imbalance multiplayer games? Because if someone can shoot their gun faster than someone else, then it'll kind of make it unfair. Especially since they're actually selling it for $150. That's kind of expensive for a controller. I mean, that's like half of the Xbox One. I think it's like $300. Yeah. So yeah, that's like really expensive for a controller. But I don't know, they haven't released it yet, so we'll see if it's actually worth it and whether it's good or not. Maybe it'll rival things like Controller Freaks. So yeah. So then Microsoft did like another gameplay trailer for Fallout 4, and they announced that Fallout 4 will support mods on the Xbox, which is actually really good. It's player friendly because, one of the benefits of being on a PC has always been mods, but if you're bringing mods to your console, that means that more people are going to come from the PC market to the console market, especially to your console, which is always good. And it's an exclusive feature that's only to the Xbox One and not to the PS4, which is going to make people want to go to their console, I guess, it's always good, and it's what players want. Then they did some stuff about EA Access. I have like 4 notes with just like random words on it. So yeah, EA Access, they did some stuff and it was nice and pretty and whatever. Then they showed Plants vs Zombies. I think it was Plants vs Zombies 2, Revenge of the Zombie. I don't know. Yeah. So there was that, and Plants vs Zombies. It's a good game. It's a sequel. It'll probably be better than the original, and the original is pretty good. Yeah. So then they showed off Forza 6. Forza 6, another racing game, probably, arguably, the best racing game in the world right now. They said that that'll be released on September 15th, which, yeah, fall season games come out then. Forza 6 will probably work well with the Elite controller, because then, like, you can turn easier and, yeah, stuff like that. So then, the biggest bombshell, well, I think the biggest bombshell of the whole E3 this year was backwards compatibility. Xbox, the Xbox One is going to have backwards compatibility for the Xbox 360. That's amazing, and that is what people want. I mean, it's just awesome because, but you see, here's the thing: backwards compatibility is great because then we don't have to pay again for games that we already have. But then it's also another good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing because then it's gonna end this whole remastered trend that's been going on. I mean, I'm pretty sure companies won't start making remasters, yeah, whatever. But yeah, companies won't start making them. But I'm not sure if they're gonna upscale it. Is it gonna be like on an individual game basis, or is it just gonna be backwards compatibility for every game? We don't know enough information about this yet to actually make a decision, but it's really promising, and I hope other developers and publishers take this on board because it's what people want, and it's gonna make people come to your system. Cough cough Sony. And then they showed some gameplay from The Division. There was a trailer and a gameplay trailer, and The Division, I was already sold on The Division. It looks good, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get it, and I'll do some videos on it. But yeah, they announced that The Division will get its beta first on Xbox One. I still don't see the point of timed exclusives because, like, if it's timed, then I'm not gonna run out and buy your console just because I can't wait 3 months for a beta when the game's gonna come out at the same time anyway. But never mind, that's just whatever. So yeah, The Division gets its beta first on Xbox One, which is mad, don't really care. So what have we got next? I wrote that Cardo. Oh yeah, they brought an actual car into the conference room, which was pretty cool. I think it was a Ford. Yeah, it was like a Ford, and they just did this whole thing. And yeah, I like how gaming is becoming integral with like other forms of media, which is pretty cool. But yeah, and then they announced another indie game called Gigantic. I'm gonna be honest, I can't actually remember what that was. I just wrote MOBA on it, so yeah, I'm guessing it's MOBA. Yeah, and then Tacoma from the Gone Home developers. That's probably gonna be good because Gone Home was a pretty good game. So yeah, good developers equals good game. And then in capitals, I just wrote indie games all on its own post-it note. So yeah, Xbox finally getting in on the indie games trend, which is good because that's mainly been Sony's market for like ever since the beginning of this generation, especially when they had like a massive emphasis on indie games on one of their conferences. But yeah, we've got Solace, Westeru, Outworlds, Outwards, I don't know, Goat Simulator 2, Goatarda, I'm pretty sure. It's probably going to be called something like that. Yeah, Cuphead, Ashen, just to name a few. That's just like, yeah, just to name a few of the indie games that are coming to Xbox One, and that's, meh. I don't know, I mean, I like indie games because they're good and they give like a refreshing take. Not everything has to be a first-person shooter, or a third-person shooter, or a criminal game. So yeah, I like that. Xbox Game Preview, basically Steam, that Steam thing that they do. Xbox is really trying to just take over the PC market because it basically enables people to play games without, having to buy them. Like a long demo, basically. Yeah, you can preview games. That's why it's called game preview. Yeah, Ion, a random space game. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Is that a timed exclusive or what? Is it a normal exclusive? I don't know. But it's there, it's a thing. It's the sequel to the 2013 Tomb Raider? Yeah, I think it's 2013. Yeah, they did a gameplay demo for that. It looked good, actually. The graphics were good. They did like snow. There was a snow section, and the snow looked okay, but I'm not here to talk about snow. Yeah, and then they announced this thing called Rare Replay. Well, no, from Rare Replay. Basically a bunch of old games being ported over to the old as in like original Xbox old, and they're coming to the Xbox One for like $30, I think, and it's 30 games. Old games like Perfect Dark, Battletoads, Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, if you like Banjo-Kazooie, then you'll be able to play that on Xbox One. What else? Yeah, Sea of Thieves. That looked really good. I liked the art style. It was like a pirate game, like Assassin's Creed, but not Assassins and no Creed. And you can fly a ship, and there's like multiplayer because there's like other people who are actually on your ship, and that just looked really good. I'm not sure if that was an exclusive or not, but yeah, it's a game. It's happening. Fable Legends, I have no idea what Fable Legends is, I'm not even gonna lie. I just wrote meh next to it, so I'm guessing it wasn't really that impressive. They partnered with Valve VR. I mean, they already bought out, like, what was it, Oculus, and now they're buying out Valve. They're planning something for this, VR craze that's happening pretty soon. But if they've already got the HoloLens, then, I don't know, maybe they're just going to incorporate the technology into that. Whatever, maybe Connect 3, Connect harder, I don't know. Connect harder. Yeah, so they did like a whole Minecraft HoloLens demo, which was pretty good actually. But it was in a controlled environment. You could like zoom in and see, you could go underground, which kind of, and you could see what was underground, which kind of takes away the fun of Minecraft. But meh, it's just a tech demo, so maybe they'll just change stuff like that. Yeah, but it looked good. And then finally they announced Gears of War 4 Gears, Return of the Gears. It's not actually called that, but yeah. And they announced, I think one of them is doing things, whatever. Anyway, Xbox was good this year. From Halo 5 to the push on indie games to like the backwards compatibility, it was really good and really promising. It shows that Phil Spencer is listening to you guys about what you guys want on your console. So yeah, Xbox, thumbs up. Also, shout out to the awkward moments of clapping or not clapping when they were supposed to be clapping or they weren't supposed to be clapping. I counted about 4 in total. I mean, you just sat there like, am I supposed to clap? Am I not supposed to clap? Like, you could tell that they were supposed to clap, but they just didn't clap because it wasn't really that exciting. But, meh, oh well.